Hey guys, my name is Yvette and welcome to my DIY channel, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. So I was looking at the Pottery barn gingerbread houses and I think that they are super cute, so I wanted to try to make a dupe of theirs, but mine's not going to be exactly like theirs because I wanted to make mine my own. But it's going to be in like the same type of style, and so yeah, let's just get started. The first thing I had to do was to make the stencils for my gingerbread house. This one is for the front and the back of the house. I drew a square that was 5 inches by 6, and then from the middle I went up 2 inches and connected the sides to make the roof. For the sides of the house, I made a square that was 5 inches by 4. For the roof, I made a square that was 3 inches and 7/8 by 4.5 inches. And I know the sizing is a little weird, but that's because I wanted to give myself like half an inch of like wiggle room to have like hanging off of the sides of the gingerbread house, if that makes sense. And then I drew in the little windows and door designs that I wanted on the house. I rolled out my clay, and I'm using Dad's air dry clay to make my gingerbread house. I started out by cutting out the roof of the house. Make sure to do your other side. Now I'm cutting out the sides of the house. I'm also making sure to trace out the little window squares. Here I'm fully cutting out the little windows. Using some water, I'm going to blend everything out. Make sure you do the other side of the house. I'm tracing out the back of the house here, so this one I'm going to keep plain. Now I'm cutting out the front of the house, and for this one I'm going to trace out the little figures that I drew on the paper. Once again, I'm using some water to blend everything out. Now that I have all the pieces to my house traced out, I'm going to let them dry, and I'm letting them dry before I put them together because it's just easier for me to do it this way.
2,000 years later.
Here are the pieces to my house dry, so now I'm going to sand them. I'm going to hot glue my house together, and I put a little box on the side to make sure that I glue these pieces straight up. I'm adding extra hot glue to make sure that everything stays in place. Okay, so the house is looking pretty good, but you guys see these pieces right here where you can see the hot glue? You can leave it like that and just like paint over it, but I know that it'll bug me, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over these pieces with clay. I'm using some water to blend everything out. And then I did the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to hot glue the roof on. Once again, on those little gaps where you can see the hot glue, I'm going to fill them up with some clay. I'm going to let the new clay that I added on my house dry, and this is only going to take a few hours since it's only a little bit of clay.
6.5 hours later.
My gingerbread house is fully dry, so now I'm going to sand down the new clay that I added. And now I'm going to paint my house a brown color that I mixed together. If you want a gingerbread house that looks a little bit more like the Pottery barn ones, go with a bit of a darker brown, but I like my gingerbread decor to be a little bit on like the lighter brown side. The frosting decor that they put on the Pottery Barn gingerbread house kind of looks like it sticks out, like it's like risen. So to try and mimic that look, I'm going to use puff paint. And then yeah, just go ahead and do any designs that you want. If you want that Pottery Barn look, try to keep this a little bit on like the busier side because theirs looks very full and busy with like the frosting decor on it. And I was not the best at decorating in this, but it will all come together in the end. And when in doubt, just add dots. Another good thing to add are like hearts, stars, snowflakes, little diamonds, swirls, and yeah, pretty much anything will work. By the way guys, I'm still using that puff paint that I showed you guys. I just switched it into a smaller bottle because the big bottle was covering everything up and you couldn't see anything I was doing. Lastly, we want to get that glazed look, so I'm going to use Decoart's triple thick gloss glaze to seal this. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys try this out and subscribe for more DIYs, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!